today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 16 of the NFL.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. On first down, Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Returning it, here's Hamler. Score. He goes 57 yards on the punt return. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department. And he showcases it there all the way back for 6. Touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get Scouter up front. And as a GM, that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 42 yards rushing for him on his first 2 carries of the ball game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Carr's throw complete here to Waller. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Here's Carr. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Here's Bridgewater.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. A 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And this is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, there's over 1,100 and 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taken over him. But many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And the Raiders have got him. Corey Nassib credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? That was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. They've got his man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
When they've needed a play this year, as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Touchdown, Broncos! K.J. Hamler with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 14 carries, 74 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Hamler now on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Broncos take over, 1st down And 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now the gun, Bridgewater. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Second and 11. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is Cortland Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Able to fight through one tackle. A first down and more for Jacobs. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Crossing the window. And they can be cut down to 14. Unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This can set him back. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
They tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt.
And you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
He's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They'll run on first down. Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Sutton. 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Carr now on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing on first down is Carr. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will do it for this first half. So that's so much for our halftime break. Early we're going to get right back to it. Broncos with a lead, and they'll be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the ball. This is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really get zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
A give to Williams, running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get it as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second and 11 now. Bridgewater, he'll go up top here for Hamlin. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to 37. A huge play there for Denver. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles where he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 29. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They run it again with Williams. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Bridgewater to throw it this time. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On third down, Bridgewater. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
On second down, Jacobs. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. Carr going to throw. Brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over first and 10. First down. It's Williams. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know, the converse is, though, You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Bridgewater escaping the pressure right. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. This pass caught by Hamler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Play action now. Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
He's starting to fall into the category of he's dangerous, but when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
2nd down and goal. Bridgewater. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Teddy Bridgewater taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. And that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, it's Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. His 9th touchdown this season. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point by Carlson. And they'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive of 3 plays. And lines up at 6 points for the Raiders. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do. And here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, man, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Throwing, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And that nearly intercepted. Well, if we're going there for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Bridgewater. Complete. It's Hamler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 17, Bridgewater. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more first down to help salt this one away. Bridgewater. A big throw, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Carr now on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Let's go, let's go.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole down as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's pulled in at the 32. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver's offense ready to go again. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. Bridgewater here to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down. Bridgewater now. And he checks this one down to Williams. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Bridgewater. Finding Williams once more, complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Bridgewater now. Escapes the sack. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Brandon, these quarterbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check it on the left foot. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the